Welcome to Smart Remarks, where we don't do tea parties because real men drink coffee. So the Tea Party came to nearby Harrisburg, Pennsylvania last weekend with about 1,000 conservatives rallying on the steps of the state capitol to protest President Obama's economic policies and the country's drift toward socialism. The Tea Party's been going on all over the country with mixed success. You know, the local one was actually one of the biggest ones. There was a rally in Philadelphia that attracted just 50 people. Most of them get about a few hundred people who come out because they are, wait for it, outraged! They are outraged over the president's economic policies, So they got a decent turnout here, and it's certainly their right to come out and protest those economic policies and government spending. But what sort of floored me about the protesters was their outrage over taxes that they, personally, aren't going to have to pay. President Obama has proposed raising taxes on, and only in the upper tax bracket, only back to what they were under President Clinton. And the vast majority of Americans are going to receive a tax cut. And I tend to doubt most of the folks at these Tea Parties are in that top bracket. And so what you have going on is outrage over the fact that someone else's taxes are going to be raised. I'm convinced that what we're seeing here is a manifestation of what Thomas Frank wrote about in his 2004 book, What's the Matter with Kansas? At the rally, we had a truck driver from central Pennsylvania who's seen the volume of freight drop. Her hours have been cut back, and she somehow thinks that this is all the government's fault. Rush is right, and what really needs to happen is lower taxes on the rich. Here are people who are willing to forego the economic benefits that would help them, their children, their communities, all due to this lofty commitment to capitalism. But at the same time, when they get what they want, when the policies put into play by the people that they have voted for impoverish them, they get angry.
This is America!
Not at themselves, but at the government or at the losers, their fellow Americans who may be falling behind on their mortgage payments.
How many of you people want to pay for your neighbor's mortgage?
Indeed, I've never seen such scorn, such hatred of Americans by their fellow Americans. It's almost as if you've got a reverse Robin Hood going on here. People who are going to bat for the king and the sheriff of Nottingham. Working people rallying against working people. To heck with my neighbor, more money for the rich. Give them lower taxes or give me death. The kings have taught the serfs very well.